So what you have to deliver in this class is, as you can see, you have assignments, quizzes, case studies, a final project, and your discussion boards. And as you can see, this is how much they're all worth. The thing is that you see is that cases are worth a lot more than assignments. And actually, one of the cases you have to purchase. Don't worry, it's only like $4.25 from Harvard. But anyway, there are a lot of different things this class asks you to do, and this is pretty much true for all my classes. And so you might be weak in one area, like for example, you may not take quizzes well. Well, there's lots of other stuff that you can do better at and make up for any deficiency you might have. And so this is the way it's calculated. Here's the way the grades fall out. I use pluses and minuses. I was thinking about dropping them. But then I thought, those little half grades actually help students quite a bit in terms of your GPA. So I left them in there. Now in terms of your discussion teams, keep up with it. I mean, once the week is up and people start talking, that's it. You don't get another shot at it. In terms of textbooks, there's only one book I ask you to use. It typically isn't used except for modules 5 and 6. The thing is, you could buy this book online if you're not really interested in entrepreneurship or you're not interested in going into marketing full time. But if you buy the electronic version, I think it's like $8 or $10 or something like that. Yeah, this class is definitely cheap, but a lot of the lectures are going to come out of it. Assignments tend to be more analytical. Cases are decision-making exercises, meaning I ask you, pop quiz, what happens if HP decides to split their company in half? How do you respond to that? And your final project is, I'm going to ask you to put everything together. I want you to go analyze a company. Quizzes. I break down my quizzes this way. 40%, if you know anything about what's going on in this class and did the reading or whatever, you should be able to get 40%. The next 40% is for people who study. And the last 20% is really hard, meaning you really have to know your stuff. Do you understand? And it asks you to actually go into stuff that we haven't talked about directly in class, but what you can derive out of what we've already learned. And so you would think, well, based on that, class average must be around 80. And no, class average is typically about 60 to 70. Now before you all go freaking out, oh my God, class average is 60. First of all, I curve the quizzes when class averages are low for the absolute scale. The second thing is quizzes are an opportunity to get separation between students. Not only that, but if you make a quiz where everybody's going to average 60 or 70, it means that it's something challenging. If you make quizzes where the average is like 80 or 90, think about how low you have to set that bar for everybody to jump over. I have had lots of students complain about the averages on quizzes. But last semester, I actually dumbed the quizzes down a little bit, and somebody actually got 100 on one of them. And so class average was 68, but somebody got 100, so it was doable. But what you tend to see is it tends to be bimodal, meaning you have a group of people who really get it, and a lot of people who don't. Here's an example of a quiz question. I'm not going to go over it. You can read through it. And when the time's right, when we cover this topic, I'll tell you what the actual answer is. The syllabus breaks down every week what we cover. The first week we're going to talk about customers. Who are they? How do they think? What is it that they value? Then, okay, we're going to attack something. The thing about marketing is there's a lot of analogies to military work. And so what's the first thing you do when you're attacking something? Well, you just don't send all your resources and send everybody running in there. You're going to get everybody slaughtered. No, you go out and get intelligence. You learn what the landscape is, what's going on, what you could take advantage of. And, okay, well, what knobs do I have to turn? Do I have, like, infantry? Do I have tanks or whatever? And these are the items. They're called the 4 Ps. Distribution, actually, it's called place. And these are the knobs you actually have to turn in marketing. to actually affect an outcome. The latter half of the last 3 modules of the class, we start getting to modern marketing and digital, and that's based on selling. And so we'll talk about branding, which is very important. It's also one of those topics that people abuse because they actually don't know what it is. We'll talk about the information age. Talk about network theory and big data, which drives this age, and then launching, and talk specifically about how this applies to entrepreneurship and actually yourself. And so the next part, I'll talk about what are the keys to success.